Hello, girls, guys, or otherwise. This is Rich with your Thursday spot for Table Talk Thursdays. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your beverage, whatever it may be. Sit on back, relax, and we're going to go through our Table Topics cube and have it upside down. There we go. And we're going to pick out today's topic. As per usual, in the description box below, I will have a link to the creators of this Table Topics cube. They do not have this one, but they have ones that have different subjects and whatnot that may suit your needs if you want to have this for your own home. Anyway, I have not looked at today's topic, and I'm getting on this video just a little bit late. Yesterday was Wednesday. I'm actually making this the day of. And we were doing stuff around the house, a little bit here, a little bit there, and it was just one of those relaxation days. And I was not making a video yesterday. I'm like, yeah, I probably should, but I'd want to get a shower and get dressed and all that. And I'm like, I really don't want to do that. So we're making this the day of. And let me pause right here. Let me let Jelly in because she did not come whenever I opened the door. Okay, so we're back and Jelly is in here. Say hi, Jelly. Say hi. Say hi to your fans. Okay. Anyway, today's topic is, what's your contribution to society? That is a good question. It's something that I do like to reflect on. My contribution to society, what I would like to be remembered for, is my work with between religious rights and between making it a little bit more acceptable for people to be accepted, at least trying to get the ball rolling on accepting individuals of different religions and working with them and kind of being that religious activist, or not in the, see, if you say religious activist, it can be taken the wrong way as kind of evangelical. But being a religious activist, as religious freedom activist, for people to find their own religious way, their own way of faith and belief and whatnot, I think that would be my contribution to society, if I were to die right now, or what my current contribution to society is. That's something that I've always wanted to kind of be in the field of, was religion and the studies of religion, whether it be biblical theology, or now more broadly in the biblical Christo-Pagan community, and acceptance of the Christo-Pagan community by not only the pagan community, which is a lot more widely accepting, but also the Christian community out there, accepting people who are Christian witches or Christo-Pagan in nature. So I would say that my contribution to society is really kind of trying to have that acceptance there. Another contribution to society is my business. I have a business of buying and selling things on eBay, finding things, a home that so they don't end up in a landfill. There is so much stuff that gets put in landfills nowadays, and finding everything a home that may have historical significance to somebody, or may have a mundane use in somebody's life. Now, things such as, because things have a life beyond whenever they are actually capable of being used, or even when they're not pretty and whatnot. One of the things I have here is a broken little, and that's Karen trying to get in, a broken little, this is a candle holder. And you can put the candle in the rose here. And I think this little angel that's on here, and again, that's Karen at the door. This little angel on here has a broken wing, and it's chipped and cracked, and pieces are missing off of it. But I think there's a stark beauty. See right there, there's a petal missing. But I think there's a stark beauty to even the things that are broken. And one of the things that I do is I usually don't sell the broken things. A lot of times I actually keep the broken things for myself, because in my uh, in my little front garden area, I have what is known as the land of the Misfits, and it's all lawn ornaments that are broken or chipped or cracked or just don't have a use in somebody's home anymore because of a little defect that they have. And they find a home at my house. So I have what I call the land of the misfits, and I absolutely love it because it's the thought of everybody has a home, and if they don't have a home somewhere else, they're going to have a home here. And if they were perfect and pristine and whatnot, yeah, I would sell it because they can find a home somewhere else a lot easier. But my contribution is to make sure that these things have homes. And I think that is, a little way that I try uh, to make this world a little bit nicer, a little bit better. And then there are historical things that I absolutely, again, I'm going to go into here. There are historical things that I think need a little preservation, and this is just one little thing. This is a piece of Victorian hair art. As you see, somebody put a sticker on the glass there, but this lighting and camera is not doing it justice. But having something like this, that somebody took the time and energy to create something like this completely out of hair, is absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful in its nature. It's beautiful in the way that that somebody took that time and whatnot in order to remember somebody that they loved. And it's historically significant because uh, these pieces were made during the Victorian era, and people didn't often have uh, pictures of their family or their loved ones, so they would make these hair art pieces in order to have something of them, to remember them, to keep their memory alive. And one of the pieces that I have that I can't actually get to, it's on the shelf over here. Um, it was actually in somebody's basement and almost got thrown away. And it is absolutely beautiful in the way that it is. Um, it is constructed, and the way that it displays in the frame and whatnot, it is absolutely gorgeous. And keeping the historical context to it, and knowing that it was taken out of somebody's basement, it was apart from its frame, it was laying there, just on the floor, almost got thrown away, almost got stepped on, almost got ruined, and it has been saved and preserved for future generations to see the love and attention that the Victorian era had for individuals that they could not have a photo of. And I think that is something that is significant of how we remember individuals in our own lives. And I think it's a fitting way to remember somebody. So, especially in that time frame. So, my contribution to society is both religious and historical, and I kind of love it. So, that's a quick video from me of what my contribution is to society. preserving history and passing this history and this knowledge to another generation, as well as being an activist for religious rights and religious freedoms, of individuals of any faith. As my standard is, if you come to your convictions honestly, if you can honestly tell me that you believe what you believe because you have scrutinized it and you have been diligent in learning about why you're doing what you're doing. If you come by those convictions honestly, you got my blessing of, you know, not being a sheep, and uh, I will fight for your reason to believe in a deity in the, on the dark side of the moon, living in a teapot, shooting whipped cream out of its boobs, something like that. The spaghetti monster or whatever. If you come by your convictions honestly on that, fine. I will be there to be an activist for you, or a voice for you. Um, and that's my standard bearer of, the individuals that I will fight for, is if you're coming by these convictions honestly, if this is what you truly believe, I'm there for you. If you're doing it to make fun of something, a little less so. You still have the right to believe what you believe, but I'm not necessarily going to stand up next to you and say, you know what, this guy here, has a truth to tell, and you know that type of thing. And I'm getting in the weeds on this a little bit, and I do want to explain this, because if you're, let's say you're looking for a day off of work, and you're like, well, my made up religion of, all religions are ultimately made up. My religion of this ring of power, states that I must have this day off, and I must have tomorrow off as well. And you want me to fight for you for something that you came up with no background and no conviction to it? Yeah, not really. But if you honestly believe that this is a ring of power, and this is why you believe this and why you believe that, if you're justifying it and you have an honest belief there, I'm going to fight for your right to have that day off in the next day. That type of thing. That's what I meant by that. So I wanted to be clear on that one. I will fight for people to believe what they believe, and as long as if they come to those convictions honestly, I am all there for it. And I want to know more and whatnot about this religion or that religion, whatever. So yeah, between that and getting things out of the landfills that could continue to live on in different ways, whether it be a broken candle holder or a piece of art from the Victorian era, preserving something like that, whether it can be used with a mundane, in a mundane sort, like the candle holder. It doesn't have to look pretty to do its job, or whether it's just something that sits on your shelf to remind you of an era. I'm there for that. I'm there for preserving that and passing it on to future generations so they can use it, or have that connection to that era as well. So anyway, that was today's Terror Talk Thursday. As per usual, if you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I believe it's right around here. If you would like to have your own Table Topics Cube, go to the link in the description. And if you have your answer for what is your contribution to society, go ahead and leave that comment below. If you make a video on it, even better. Let me know you made a video on it. I'll go check it out. Leave those comments in the bottom section in the nether regions. And yeah, I don't always reply to comments, but I do always read them. And I think that's all that I have. Join me on Saturday for our 17th chapter and the final chapter of the Inner Temple of Witchcraft, for our for our Witchy Book Club series. And join me on Sunday for Witchcraft in the Bible. This is going to be part 4. And then join me on Tuesdays for Tarot Talk Tuesdays, and Wednesdays for Witchy Wednesdays as we're going through the chakra systems. Um, and on Tarot Talk Tuesday, we are discussing the Queen of Swords this coming week. So, with that all being said, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye bye.